In the elite tiers of professional football, speed and force are the primary metrics of disruption. When a new talent arrives with this much kinetic energy, the industry immediately takes notice. This is Lamine Yamal. He debuted for FC Barcelona at 15. By 16, he was the youngest goal scorer in the history of La Liga. These aren't merely modern benchmarks, they are historical milestones. When Yamal lifted a Mitre International trophy the day after his 17th birthday, he surpassed a longevity record held by Pelé since 1958. Usually, this level of early success triggers a predictable decline. The combination of massive contracts and relentless media scrutiny often leads to isolation, inflated ego, and emotional exhaustion before an athlete even reaches their prime. Yamal is attempting a very different strategy. Rather than shedding his adolescence to act like a veteran, he is intentionally leaning into his identity as a teenager. In a culture that often consumes its young stars, Yamal's trajectory suggests a different path for staying centered while the world spins faster. After every goal, Yamal makes a specific gesture toward the cameras, using his fingers to form the numbers 3, 0, and 4. These are the final digits of the postal code for Rocafonda, his home neighborhood in the Catalan city of Mataró. For years, Rocafonda was characterized in political discourse as a disadvantaged multicultural district. Some politicians went as far as labeling it a dunghill, focusing entirely on its poverty and immigration statistics. Yamal reclaimed that narrative. By flashing 304 on the global stage, he turned a zip code associated with struggle into a public statement of pride. He demonstrates to the youth in his neighborhood that their background isn't a limitation to be overcome, but the very source of the resilience required to compete at the highest level. Outside the stadium, his life remains remarkably tethered to the mundane. He plays through the Champions League knockout stages while wearing traditional metal braces, a visual marker of puberty that most teenagers find embarrassing. By refusing to hide these awkward physical transitions, he has humanized the superstar archetype, making the typical teenage experience feel compatible with elite success. This balance is maintained through two separate lives. On the left, we see the elite physical development required for La Liga, adding muscle and tracking sprint data. On the right, he completes his high school homework and household chores. That stability comes from his parents. His mother, a waitress, and his father, a painter, maintain a family environment where he is treated as a son first and a star second. This absence of ego is what allows him to command respect from teammates twice his age. He isn't trying to be their peer, he is focused on being his best self. While many athletes prioritize luxury endorsements, Yamal used his growing influence to partner with UNICEF as an ambassador. His central message is built on the Convention on the Rights of the Child, specifically the idea that playing is a fundamental right. He publicly advocates for a mindset where children are allowed to lose without fear. This philosophy serves as a mental filter for handling the pressure of his own career. When he enters a massive arena like the Camp Nou, he views the pitch not as a high-pressure stage, but as a larger version of the concrete courts back in Rocafonda. He has found a way to reach the pinnacle of professional football while keeping his childlike curiosity for the game intact. The evidence suggests that world-class performance and personal humility are not mutually exclusive. This mindset has already produced tangible results, allowing him to integrate into the Spanish national team and contribute immediately to a championship win. When the pressure of global expectations is placed onto a foundation of stable, ordinary habits, the burden becomes much easier to carry. The most significant lesson Yamal offers isn't found in his highlight reels. It's in his quiet refusal to let his environment redefine who he is. True durability comes from protecting your roots and valuing your family, because no matter how high you fly, you still need a place to land.